Yo, what's up everyone? Mullen here, aka Tack from the Club Final Boss, and I'm here to talk with you, the community, about the newest World War Doh update, The Monkey and the Pig. This update has been out for a little while, and I've heard a lot of mixed feelings, so in this video I want to go through this update and provide my feedback on these updates. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and any new players joining the game, please use my link below in the description. You'll be greatly helping my channel out. Alright, let's jump into this. So before I start going through this update, I just want to say one thing to the developers, and maybe you as the community agree with me, but for patch notes, when patch notes get released for a game, I think you should release the patch notes at least a day or 2 days before the update actually comes out, not after the update's already been downloaded for all the players to use. You leave a lot of controversy on what's actually been changed. It's a big mess for a lot of players. I constantly hear that, for example, when I hear an update has been released in the game, everybody's just like, what'd they change? What'd they do? Where are the patch notes? Oh man, teleport's been nerfed. Oh man, what happened to teleport? Why is it nerfed now? Is there any other cards that have been nerfed? So I think you should just release the patch notes maybe a couple days before you actually put the update out for players to see. That'll help the community a lot. They'll be prepared for it, they'll know what's coming, and you'll make a lot of more people happy. But alright, let me start reading these patch notes. The Monkey and the Pig. If you're just about to join World War Doh, you are in luck. Version 1.2 includes a beginner quest system to better help you navigate the awesome features that we've created for you. Speaking of features, veteran players might recognize changes to two main features, the Tower of Loot and the Piggy. The Tower of Loot is now a week-long event that allows players to get even better rewards, while the Piggy has shifted to become less of a chest and more of a source of whatever the player needs at the particular moment. Enjoy! So, the first update we see here is the Tower of Loot. Changes to the Tower of Loot. The Tower of Loot can now be found in the events section. It is now a week-long event where players will use bananas to feed the monkey to climb to the next floor. Bananas can be obtained by participating in other events. Comment from the devs. We wanted the experience of the Tower of Loot to be less random and more geared towards rewarding players that were participating all throughout the week with premium stuff. We believe it will be more meaningful and ultimately more fun. I agree. This was a huge change for this game. Now that we have a full week to climb the tower instead of just trying every 24 hours or spending 30 gems to try, this change 100% helps players reach the higher levels to earn those greater rewards. They also made it very easy for beginner players to earn Doh shards. For those who do not know, Doh shards are used to unlock artifact cards such as teleport, jetpack, etc. However, for me and some other players, Doh shards are useless. Once you've unlocked all of the artifact cards, what do you use Doh shards for? I currently have over 200 Doh shards that I can't do anything with, so whenever I randomly get Doh shard, it is a missed opportunity to get cards, gems, etc. I would like the developers to give the players the opportunity to convert these shards into a form of currency, especially if there are no upcoming plans to add new artifact cards. I was very upset to see on floor 40 that 2 of my choices out of the 4 were Doh shards. Now let's get into how you climb the Tower of Loot. Throughout the week, there are 3 events in rotation. The High Roller event, where you have to spend 30,000 coins to finish. The Magic Show event, where you need to cast 100 spells to complete. And finally, the Get Social event, where you need to donate at least 20 cards. The Magic Show event and the Get Social event, you should have no trouble completing at all. Those are super easy, and half the time you're completing them without even realizing it. As for the High Roller, this is a much more difficult event to finish, as coins are very scarce in this game, and being able to spend 6,000, which is 3/4 of the way through, is difficult enough to do. So players can make it to the higher floors now in the Tower of Loot, but don't expect to clear the Tower of Loot that easy without going through this event. For this change, I believe adding the events was 100% a fun change of pace, but maybe adding some more events into the rotation will make it a little easier to reach the top. For example, bringing back the Slaughterhouse event. For you new players who don't know what this is the event where you had to get wins to complete. So adding different rotations of events will make the game a little bit more fun. You're just expecting to get the events, and then it just becomes a chore when you get into a routine. And once a game becomes a chore, it's not fun for people. So adding more events into the game, which I'm sure the developers will do at some point, I think will be better off for the game. Alright, let me go on to the next part of this update. Changes to the Piggy. The Piggy will now be unlocked by collecting medals from battle. Once ready, players can select a skin for Piggy, with different skins giving him the ability to procure different different stuff. Need coins? Use the golden piggy skin. Piggy will then sniff the ground and look for treasure that players can claim once he's done. Comment from the devs, the piggy has always been in a weird place as a reward. We didn't want him to feel just like another chest and thus made him into a more focused source of resources. Do you need doubloons? Get the Porcaneer. Short on commander cards, get the Porkmander, and you guys get the idea. So I'm not a big fan of this change. I know the developers wanted the pig to be more than what it has been. They didn't want him to feel like another chest, but to me that's exactly what the pig is now compared to what it used to be. I don't like waiting 9 hours to a day to open up a pig. With this change, I find myself playing this game less because I have to wait for the pig to unlock and I'm not getting rewards for playing besides just getting trophies. If it still took 5 wins to open a pig, I'd be playing like I used to. So what I would like to see is the developers bring back the old system. However, the players still pick the pig, but depending on what pig would determine how many wins they would need to open them. By doing this, I believe you would keep a higher retention rate of people playing the game. Many players have expressed their dislike with this change because it is much harder to obtain cards like it used to be. So I believe the piggy system needs to be changed around because they are just another chest now, especially having to wait as long as you have to open a pig. So the pig is still a work in progress in my opinion, but we'll see if the developers move on to it. I think they should change it because like I said, you're not obtaining cards as quickly as you were before. Alright, let's go on to the next part of this update. The beginner quest. New players will be able to take part in Dictator Community College by following a series of daily quests that when completed will reward players with a legendary card. Now for you new players, I can't help you with this. I don't know what it's like. I did watch the tutorial part and it is kind of cool how they have the tutorial now. As for going through Dictator Community College, I don't know what that entails and what you need to do to complete it. I can tell you that the legendary card is going to be the Mad Scientist card, but other than that, I can't really put too much input on this as I'm already past the tutorial part, so I can't see. But if anybody goes through the tutorial part and wants to leave a comment in below and letting me know what it's like now, that'd be fantastic. So anyway, since I can't really talk about that, let me go on to the next part, which is Rematch. We have added the rematch feature. If both players are up for it, they can both play each other once again. I'm a big fan of this update. Being able to rematch is a very nice feature, even though when someone gets a win off of me, they never really want a rematch. I think they just chalk it up to I beat Attack, woohoo, I'm awesome, he sucks. They don't want to play me again, which is cool. It happens, I will lose. But what I would actually like more than a rematch feature is a spectator mode. Having spectator mode would allow for friendly tournaments that I know a lot of the community's been wanting to do. It'd be a lot easier for people to hold these things online. They'd be able to stream, they'd be able to record the videos, put on YouTube. That would allow players to just do a lot more with this game, and it would probably promote this game a little bit more throughout the internet. Also, being able to watch other people was a very beneficial thing for any new player. Watching other people play can give you ideas on different kind of strategies that you can input into your games. All right. Besides that, let's keep going. Balance changes. Mad Scientist range has been increased by 30%. Mad Scientist is now immune to freezing effects. They have just ramped up the Mad Scientist card into being a very viable card that you can use in your decks now. Before, she was just utterly useless and there was no point in using her because she just died super easy. She now has the second highest range in the game next to Van Gun, which is ridiculous. She can just be pegging you with her eyes underneath tower from across the map. That is fantastic. She's super annoying now. The developers definitely did what they wanted to do with her, which is make her a very useful card for people to use in their decks. So getting the Mad Scientist right off the beginning for you new players is a fantastic thing. The next balance change, which is probably one of the biggest changes that you new players won't really know about, but the teleport has now 5 charges instead of lasting for a certain amount of time. Before, the second part of teleport, you'd put it down and it would stay there for 20 seconds. Now, 5 units go through it, it's gone. So they really nerfed the teleport, which is fantastic. You can still use it in your deck. The most useful thing you can use for it is putting it over the enemy's dough barrel so they cannot get to it. It's just being annoying so they can't get to the dough barrel, which will help you create a push, which they can't defend. So pretty much that's all I've actually seen the use for this card. Other than that, I haven't really seen any more useful things for the teleport besides just putting it over the enemy dough barrel. It is a very nice card to do it that way. But other than that, that's about it. So a couple extra things that they didn't actually put into the patch notes is they made it very easy for you to find matches now, especially for me being at the higher tier levels. It was a lot harder for me. It'd take me 5 minutes sometimes to find a match. Now I find them in like 2 minutes or less. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. However, I feel super bad getting paired up with a lower level commander. My commander's level 11. When I get paired up against a level 9 commander, I feel super bad because they are just at such a disadvantage. It's not even fair. I like the fact that I get more matches, but I believe that you should be maxed up depending on your commander level and not your trophies. Your commander level reflects pretty much where you are in the standings. I mean, not even. Some people will just derank so they get more matches. That's what they did initially. They could have a level 11 commander and they're not finding matches. They're only playing against Lamb or any of the top players, and they just deranking themselves until they can play more players that are easier for them to win, especially when the Slaughterhouse event was around. So I think you should be paired. If you're a level 9 commander, you should only get paired up against level 8s and level 10 commanders. If you're level 10, you go against level 9 and level 11s. That's how it should work. You should not be able to go against level 9s if you are a level 11 or a level 12 commander. It's just not fair. There's actually a meta deck in this game now, which in my next video I'll be talking about. With this meta deck, I watched a level 8 commander take down a level 10 commander, and it works. Oh, and the last thing that I can think of that needs to be changed is the way the chests are now. I know the rematch feature's in there now, but after a win, you'd get kicked to the main menu and you'd see what chest you got for winning that game. Now you can't see that chest, so I can't always see what my next chest is going to be. So if I have a common chest that I want to spend 14 gems on to get rid of because I just unlocked a commander chest, I'll never know if I actually got that commander chest unless I back out of the game immediately. But even then, it doesn't give you the option anymore to trade out chests on your bench. That's one thing I would like to bring back, is being able to determine what chest I get and if I want to put it on my bench and spend the gems to make room for it. Stay tuned to my next video. It'll definitely be worth the watch, especially for all you new players that are trying to find out what's the best deck to use in the game right now.